Hello, everyone, and welcome to Voices of Hult. Today's guest, it's an alumni. His name is Vittorio from Italy, precisely from Naples. And Voices of Hult is hosting here another host, which is Umberto. He is our treasurer at Voices of Hult, and even my roommate. So, I have a special feeling for this guy. And again, we are here to talk about now Vittorio. He has been here in Hult in 2019 for the MIB, right?
Correct.
And then you continued your master in MIM, so international marketing. Before international business, then international marketing. What did you go after that? After 2 masters, what did you do?
I stayed in Boston. I started my business here. It's about coffee. It's a coffee shop. But what I always say is not just a coffee shop. It's part of a big project, or an expansion project, part of my background. So I'm from Italy, as Lidia said. I'm from Napoli, and my family owns a coffee roaster in Italy. We've been around for over 130 years. It's a family-owned business, and we just keep going generation after generation.
What's the name of the coffee?
The company is called Caffè Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
It's based in Napoli. And we start growing and expanding internationally. So I take care of the U.S. market, and I started from Boston because I studied here. I know many people here, so it was just the best bet.
I actually met Vittorio because there was a friend of mine, Italian as well, that he came to me, Guglielmo. Shout out to Guglielmo, and he was like, "Oh my God, I found the place where to go to drink coffee." And then he was like, "Okay, let's go," here in America, and at Number, I'm sure that you found it as well.
Definitely.
He is not the coffee drinker, but when we tried your espresso, I tried macchiato and it was amazing. I was literally throwing back to Italy because that's the true Italian coffee, right? Is that what you want to give to the American people?
Yes, the goal is to spread the Italian culture of coffee and breakfast in general. We bring a lot of products from Italy. We serve the authentic Italian breakfast. The most common thing in Italy to have breakfast is a cornetto cappuccino. It's a croissant with a cappuccino. And people just dip the croissant in the cappuccino and eat it, and then drink the rest of the cappuccino. And that's what I'm trying to do here, to spread the culture and at the same time grow the coffee, the coffee market for the main company, that is Caffè Cannon, here in the US.
Yeah. Have you ever tried one of his products, Berto?
I tried several times actually, and they were really good, amazing. It was as Lidia said, going back to Italy and enjoy a really good breakfast.
What's your favorite of one of his products?
This really special product is crema di caffè. That is basically a coffee cream, and it's, as I said, again, amazing, really amazing, and you can really taste the real flavor of coffee. Yeah,
I tried it as well from Vittorio, from Kicco's. That's actually the place that Vittorio's opened, next to TD Garden, so super close to Hult even. And there, when I tried it, I was in his cafeteria, in this coffee shop, and I closed my eyes and I found myself in an Italian beach, because you usually eat crema di caffè, so coffee cream, in summer during while you're with your friends, just so hot in the summer, and nearby a beach around, and I literally felt the sand on my feet, and I was like, oh my God, this is bringing me to such a good memories. So yeah, it's literally the Italian product. So shout out to all the Italian guys, students here. Please go and check out Kicco's nearby. It's really, really something.
Especially in the winter when here is really cold.
Yeah, hot coffee always helps.
Exactly. So you are a coffee lover yourself, right? And an expert, since, as you were mentioning, your family owns a coffee business, they roast coffee, and you have been grown up with coffee, right?
Yeah, literally.
Then what brought you here to America? Why Boston? And why did you choose to open your first shop here in Boston?
So I studied my undergrad in Italy, and after graduation, I worked for the company for 1 year, but I worked in the export sales. I was taking care mainly of the American customers, but at some point I just felt like I wanted more, and I wanted to go to the US, study more, learn more, grow more, and before starting actually doing something great. And that was it. I started here at Hult, did 2 fantastic years. I loved being here, meeting like thousands of new people, and just decided to start this business, and just
Nice.
great.
And I wondered, how did Hult helped you? Like, you had all your background with your family, with like your expertise from your parents as well, previous generation, of course. But how did Hult manage to give you, I don't know, some skills? How did they help you in any possible way?
Well, the main thing that helps offers, in my opinion, is the diversity and the way they literally open your mind, and they change the way you see life in general, business, and everything you go study. So the amount of people that you meet and the amount of different nationalities and literally different people you meet, it's unbelievable. I met people from literally all over the world, and I made great connections that helped me with the business and all the starting process. Also, the professors were great. I have a good relationship, and I'm still in contact with most of my professors. They were amazing, and also the way they teach you things, the studying materials is it's very nice. Like I started to, I had the idea of this project, and whatever I was studying, I was just trying to picture how this thing would help me in the making of the business, and it was just a very good experience for me.
That's actually we always talked about like the diversity of Hult, that what like can really provide, and sometimes like the students themselves can teach you a lot. And even like the hands-on approach, as you were talking about, like we mentioned it several times in our episodes with different people, but looking at you that really took all the different classes and then at the end was implementing it in a real business, well, that's something interesting.
Especially in Boston, which is a really, really multicultural city. I don't know, you have been here for 3-4 years, maybe 5 years already?
3.5.
3.5. So you know how many cultures and different people are here. So it's really helpful to work in.
That's right, because like here Boston has got so many universities as well, not just Hult itself, but even Harvard, MIT, Boston College, Boston University, Northeastern University. So there are so many people that comes here, and there is a lot, as Umberto was saying, diversity all around.
And diversity, it's great because helps you understanding other people and different cultures, different way of working. So it just very helpful to start at Hult because you're in a school environment, which is still a professional school, but it's just great working with different people. It teaches you a lot, and it makes you understand also the other people.
Exactly. And well, we were talking about your business of Kicco, and what is the mission that you want to give, like what is the mission of your cafeteria?
To spread the Italian culture, the Italian coffee. And like we aim to 2 different things. We offer, of course, we adapted our products to the market, to the offering here, so everybody would like it. But the other side of the business, to make Italians feel home. Mm-hmm. There is a big Italian community in Boston, and I want them to feel home, because for 3 years I didn't feel like home, and until I mean, you need to adapt to the place to make it your house, your home. But it's tough. Particularly at the beginning, it's tough because you miss home. Just once in a while you need a place. You say, you know what, I feel like home, which Boston became my home now, but my roots still bring back to what Italy is, right?
And tell me, Berto, did he make it? Did he completed his mission?
We can say that.
Yeah, we completed his mission. So shout out to Hult Italy. Well, all the Italians, students that are going to come here to Boston, visit Kicco, because that's really, really something. So yeah. And I don't know, like we would been talking about coffee for a while. Do you have any fun fact that you want to spread with our audience?
Definitely. There is something particularly in the US, because in Italy most people just drink straight espresso. Here most people say, "Oh, I cannot drink espresso; it's too much caffeine." Actually, it's the opposite. Like espresso compared to other brewing methods, it has less caffeine, and just because of the strong taste and smell that it has, because the concentration is just, it doesn't mean that it has more caffeine. And most people think it because it's stronger in taste, but actually it's the opposite. It's the other way around.
And just talking about the other fun facts, in your coffee shop, an episode that reminds you to a fun moment in your coffee shop.
Something funny.
I'm sure, exactly. I'm sure that like visiting so many diverse people and coming and seeing, you know, they would like just discovering the Italian culture. But sometimes, like, you know, you are not used to like having all of this Italian aspects if you have never been to Italy, if you have never been exposed to one of this. So I'm sure that like there will be kind of a cultural shock, if you can call it like that, is it?
Definitely. Like it was actually what I was thinking about. There's one thing that happens pretty often. Most people here in America think of a macchiato as a big drink.
Yeah.
Which actually a macchiato in Italy, it's a shot of espresso with a little bit of steamed milk on top, and that's a cafe macchiato. Macchiato literally means stained, so it's like an espresso with just little white stain because of the milk. And then when people come in the store and they order a macchiato and I serve a macchiato, they're like, "What is this? This is not what I ordered." And I'm like, "No, it's exactly what you ordered." So they are like, there's this cultural shock, this cultural difference that there's a bit of, let's say, confusion of what things are. That's why now we're starting to explain it before they order, just so they understand.
That's nice that you even have like this educational, if you can call it like that, approach even to other people that really want to expose themselves to another culture.
Yeah, basically what you were saying before, also try to expand the Italian culture also to other different countries and people.
Exactly. Exactly. And there is like a strange tradition that we do in Italy. And I'm sure that Umberto, he's an engineer. He's from Italy, from Bari precisely. And, sorry?
I'm scared now.
No, I'm sure that he knows it because like I'm from Monza, and when like I studied Bocconi and he went to Politecnico, but like every single time when we were like in this kind of huge, at least me, as like not assignment, but like study sessions, I would do like the caffè dello studente. That means like the student's coffee. What is it? Do you want to explain it, Berto?
Yeah, if I can.
He knows it.
So basically, in Italy we prepare the coffee with the mocha.
Yeah.
And once the coffee is done, we reuse that coffee to make a new mocha. So instead of the water, we put the coffee that we did with the previous mocha. And so the second that you obtain is even stronger, and really it helps you in that difficult moment.
Exactly. In tough moments, I'm telling you, that's really what you needed. Do you have any comment on that coffee?
I mean, for me, it's an abomination. I'm a purist. I like coffee. Like, I'm very strict with coffee, and I like it in the way it is.
Yeah.
And
I was
it's
reading...
just like brewing coffee and then brewing coffee with already brewed coffee is just, I think it's too much for me. But I never done it, but I understand people that do it, like they just want a caffeine boost. And
I was recently reading an article and they was talking about caffè dello studente, and I was like, okay, let's read it about it. And they were talking how much coffee, more like caffeine they do have inside that coffee compared to a normal one. Like someone would think, okay, it's just like double the shot of coffee. No, it's 3 times even more the caffeine that you can find inside. But I'm telling you, it works sometimes in tough moments, as Berto was saying. It's needed. But something that we cannot fight at Kicco, right?
Definitely not.
Nah. Okay. Well, our last... please.
Yeah, now it's the moment of the special question from our last guest. And it's about if you had the opportunity to be heard by the whole world for 15 minutes, what will be the issues topic that you would like to talk about?
Coffee, of course.
Talk
about coffee, about how many different types of coffee there are, how many different ways of drinking coffee there are out there.
Nice.
And how hard it is to please everybody and trying to go in one way. So that's at Kicco. We try to please everybody and do as many different things as possible. And I think we're making it.
Okay. But so at Kicco, are you trying to, because like as you were talking about the last time, like before, you said that sometimes people order something, and all of a sudden, like they receive something that they didn't expect to have. So like I'm wondering, at Kicco, do you have just Italian coffee, or even like I don't know if someone wants to have a latte? They can have it, because like actually in Italian, latte means milk. So if you go to an Italian cafeteria and you ask for a latte, you're gonna literally have a glass of milk, so a cup of milk. So here, do you even have a latte?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of different drinks. In Italy, at the end, like you can get an espresso, a macchiato, and a cappuccino. That's pretty much it. Here, the coffee options are so many. In our store, we offer different drinks in different sizes. We make lattes, cappuccinos. We also have cold brew. We have iced drinks. In Italy, iced drinks don't exist. Yeah. Probably there's just one place in Italy in Puglia where they make caffè leccese, which is made over ice, but it's just an espresso with almond milk over ice. So it's like still far from the big drinks that most people drink here. Yeah.
So I like this combination of Italian, but as well so trying to educate a little bit, but as well coming satisfying the needs of people that are not used to this and trying to approach the Italian culture slowly but surely, definitely. So yes. And would you suggest anyone here from Hult to go and visit your coffee, your coffee shop?
Definitely. Come visit me. I'm literally just across the bridge. It's a 10 minutes walk. In sunny days like this, it's also nice to walk out.
Exactly.
And we are doing a special promotion for you. We offer a 10% discount for all online orders. It can be either pick up or delivery. You just use the promotion code VOH for Voices of Hult. And just put in the promo code at the end of the order and you receive a discount. You can also go to the store. I'll be happy to welcome you in the store. You can take a look, see what you would like to order, and place your order online and still get a discount. Because at the store, we won't be able to give the discount just like that. You will actually need to place the order online and use the promo code.
So everyone, just even now that are busy with your assignment, just go online, place your order, VOH, and you're gonna get 10%, right? You said. You see, you're welcome from Voices of Hult.
And remember to try coffee cream.
Yes,
that's worth it.
That's my favorite, really. And I have actually a question. Where do you think it's the biggest country production? We talked about Hult as a diversity, and we were we have so many people that represent a country. So I wonder, do you know which is the country that produces the most coffee? And second, which for the first one I might have a guess, but for the second, which is the country that drinks the most coffee?
Okay, sure. So the largest coffee producer in the world is definitely Brazil. They produce a lot of different types of coffee, good coffee, and just in very high quantities. While in the highest consumers of coffee, there are two sides to consider. There's the US as the biggest country, as in coffee consumption, while the Northern European countries, particularly Finland and Norway, they are the biggest, and also Sweden. I mean, pretty much all of them, they are the biggest coffee consumers per person. So the amount of coffee that a single person consumes over a year, it's higher than anywhere else in the world.
Did you expect it, Berto?
Not that much, actually, but it's really, really interesting.
Yeah. I actually thought about Italy, of course.
Italy is actually, I think, closer to the 10th place.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, shout out to all our Nordic and so Finland and Norway and even Sweden friends. well, then they just like achieve this ranking. Well, and as our tradition is to come into an end to our episode with a question that you want to leave with for our next guest. What would that be?
And I'm gonna do a double question. So it's a question into a question. So the first question is, if you could meet whatever person in the world, who would this person be? And the second question is, if you only had one question to ask to this person, what would the question be?
Okay. Do you have one person in mind by any chance?
Yeah, probably Elon Musk.
Okay, and I would ask why. What would you ask to him?
Well, why? Because I admire him for what he did, what he created, and the way he is and the power he has over everything, basically. And my question would be, how do you manage to have all that power over people? Every action that he takes, it just has huge consequences on people in general, on the world, on stock markets. And
That's right. And it's like every single tweet as well has got a different impact in any single way. Like, might be people adores him, people hates him. Of course, there is always in the
There's
between.
both sides, but still, like, the influence that he has is impressive.
I agree.
No, I was saying it's really a tough leader, so
Yeah.
I can see why you will.
Well, we encourage all our audience to reply to our question, like to Vittorio's question, to both of them actually. And thank you very much for tuning in, and see you in our episode. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.